every new level, every new level requires your 100%. Every new level requires your 100%. Hence the reason, commitment. Commitment is what it is going to clear that path for you every single time. No, it's never going to be the path lit for you the whole way. It will never be. Why? Because you've never been there. You've never been there before. You don't know what it's like. And that's why you need to practice these things by waking up so fucking early, sitting at that table with the divines, with the God, and feasting and receiving that message. Receiving that message. How? By letting go of everything from yesterday. You made a lot of money yesterday, let go of it. Today's a brand new day. You made some new acquaintances yesterday, let go of them. Today's a brand new day. Yesterday you had some relationships, today you let go of them. This morning, every brand new day, you have a brand new day. That's why you must get up so early so you can let go of everything. Give it away. That's why you give it all away. You go out there, you hunt like a savage, like a beast. How? You let go of every single thing. Whatever you possess, whatever you put your essence in, take it all back and give it all away. Give it all away, right? Receive the message from above, conduct the work below, and give it all away. Give it all away. Don't hold on to nothing. Only thing is making sure what's in front of you. The first thing in front of you, you're giving it your all. First thing in front of you, you're giving it all. That's why you have to be committed. In order to really achieve things in life, in order to really excel and get to the next level, not just for yourself. See, the reason why you weren't able to for so long and you haven't still been able to get to the next level of things is because you're thinking of yourself. Anytime you think of yourself, you can't move. For example, this morning, I really didn't want to get up. As soon as the alarm went off, I had that little doubt, little worry, little creep in. Like, it was just a feeling. It wasn't even a thought. But I instantly got up. Right? I hit my feet hit the floor and I thank God right away. Said, thank you, God, for another day. I thank you for another day. I'm so grateful for another day to go out there and crush it. Because it's not about me. See, when your mind and your body is broken completely. Yesterday we had a long day. Back to back meetings, calls, a lot of work, family. It's when your mind and his body is broken down. Diet, you restrict your diet too. You're not basically, you have needs throughout the day. You have a lot of needs, you in this world, you see a lot of things and your attention like a doggy, you just wants to go everywhere. What you're doing is you're restraining yourself from all these things. You're grabbing your attention. Go watch my video. Energy flows where your attention goes, and the goal is for your attention to be put on something that's going to build you up, that's going to cultivate the energy from within you. You put your attention on your creator, on your God, and what God is telling you to do, and you do that with all your power. You do that with all your attention, so all of your energy flows through there. So basically, what it gets down to is when your mind and body is broken down, what has happened is now you don't want to do things. Now you don't want to get up. Now you really need that sleep, right? Now you really can, because you're really hungry now. Now you really need that food. Now you're really thirsty. Now you can go for that beverage, right? Now you feel like you're tired. You did a lot of work. Now you want to go and put your feet up, kick up and chill and relax and lay back. Now I've been told like no. You've been shut down so many times. Now you want to stop putting in that work. your mind and body has been broken at that point, then can you let go and let the spirit come forth from within you, right? And do the work, do what needs to be done, right? That's the empower. That's why I said every new level requires all of you. And the whole path is not lit. What lit is right here in front of you. When you're like broken down, your mind, because we didn't go to sleep late last night, like 9-10 o'clock. And that's late. Yeah, for a lot of people, 9-10 o'clock is probably not too late, but for the people that are waking up so early, even it doesn't matter. It's not about what time I went to sleep. Like, you're asking me, you're like, hey, you get up every morning so early. What time do you go to sleep? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what time I go to sleep. It's what's important is the objective, the task, what needs to be done, what's lit up in front of me. All right. It's the message. What ails the pain? What gets us back up to that frequency? What gets us back in touch with our creator, with our God, is our commitment, our word to ourselves. Are you honest with yourself? Are you honest with your words to yourself, the way you're talking to yourself, right? That's what it gets down to. It's powerful, right? There's so many things in this world that your attention just wants to go to. Of course, you're not going to be able to put that attention on the leash and tell it exactly where it needs to go, right? You're just instantly being so gratified by everything, like social media. You're just scrolling, everything all around you, people, folks, this and that. Your attention is like, it's spread to a million things. Instead of that, what you need to do is put your attention on the leash and tell it, hey, we're going to do this. And we're going to keep doing this until I say so. And after that, you'll get that meal, whatever meal you want. And then most likely that meal is going to be something really simple. And it's going to be something restrictive, restraining. For why? Why are we doing these things? Is because when we get what we want, it's cool, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's like, whatever. But when we don't get what we want, that's power. Still being able to be positive, still being able to be grateful, still having that attitude of being nice to every single person, every single body, right? That's where the power lies. That's where it comes into. That's why we get up so early, is because we wanna let go of everything from yesterday and wake up this morning and basically practice the way of life. Realizing that like it's all our choice. We are choosing the things, because when we don't feel the way we feel, we're choosing that as well. We're thinking that we're like victims. We're thinking that we're surviving. We're thinking that like, other folks are causing us to feel like this or feel like that or think like this and think like that. We're choosing that. Why? Because there have been times in the past when that situation, when that person, when that circumstance, event said something to you, and their chemical elements released from your brain and your mind as flight and fight response, it got stored that way. And now if you don't behave that way, you feel discomfort. So that's why you keep behaving the same way. So what you need to do is you need to consciously, actively stay on that line where you're flowing in and out, rather than being rigid and saying, because you're always seeking something. That's why you're going for that meal. You're filling your stomach up. You're like, that feeling, it's gonna feel so good. And then you stuff yourself up and then you're done. You're lazy. Now you gotta you seek that, and you constantly keep seeking an external stimuli. It doesn't end. There is no ending to it. That's why you are where you are. The power lies in restraining. It's pulling back. Pull the leash up. Right? Stop just being like a dog and just going everywhere. Pull the leash up. That's where the power lies. Right? Why? Because when you practice that way of living where you're pulling the leash up on everything, right? Still being positive. When you're not getting, you're doing that on purpose. You're self-inflicting that adversity. Why? Because when there's only a couple of times when you feel like that. One, when you're doing shit that's gonna, fuck you up. You're doing drugs. I used to do drugs. So you're doing the easy money. You're not being nice to people. You're giving out hate energy. You're judging people. You're doing this and that. You're possessing all that. Whatever you're releasing, you're possessing. And so what happens is you feel like a failure, right? And when you feel like a failure, what happens is you further keep breaking down or further keep breaking down. You don't have a process. You don't have a way of life. You don't have a practice. You're not a man. You're not responsible. And then so what happens is you go in a state of shame. You go in a state of guilt. You start to go a state of grief. And all you're doing at those stages and at those vibrations, at the level, is resonating with more of those things. So you go get around people that are doing the same thing. You get around the circumstances that are doing the same thing. Events, they might seem all happy and stuff. They might seem like, oh, they're, easing your pain. The drugs are, or the people are, but you're not realizing that you guys are all vibrating on shame or vibrating on guilt, making yourself feel better. That's why misery loves company. That's just the tip of the iceberg. The point of this is to slap you the fuck up, right? Slap you and wake you up, right? Like in the morning, you don't want to wake up, but the practice comes in there. Then when you don't want to wake up, are you able to be grateful and be positive for another day? Because it's not about you, motherfucker. It's not about you. It saved you from shit, like from almost, it saved you. So that's why it's the point of the message. It's about other people. It's about being able to alleviate you from the pain, tell you what has saved us, what has worked for us in order to get you to the next level. So every new level requires 100%. That's why you must not take any back steps. I understand it's the weekend and you want to let off the gas. Remember, plane, when it's on the runway, it's gotta hit 100% gas, full throttle in order to get to the level of cruise altitude. Once it gets there, then it can cruise, But once it's on the runway, it's gotta be full throttle. But your mind, right? There is never gonna be a day where you're like, hey, I got it. I learned everything, Why? Because you're always getting it. You're always getting it. You're always getting it. And some might gonna argue, some gonna look at me and say this and that. Look, you hate on what you gave up on. You debate with what you gave up on. When you understand this true meaning of life, when you understand the way this lifestyle is, you only understand it by walking that path, right? By understanding that it had helped you so many fucking ways. It has helped you live that life, that beautiful, that blissful, that joyful life, that life where you're having full experience, you're experiencing everything in peace, right? Feasting on the table with the divines, right? And you're receiving that message from above, and you're bringing it down here by working, by conducting the work below down here, and then bringing it out here on your table, right? On your table on Saturday morning. So that's what it gets down to. It gets down to really understanding that, like in those moments when you are like, it's ego, that's what it is. You're like, hey, I have everything, and I could have just let off, but like it's on those times when I don't want to get up, when I couldn't do it, right? When I was hungry, I couldn't, like, I just wanted to eat. In those times, are you able to still show up and do what needs to be done? Be nice. When people, you're scared. You're like, hey, you don't want somebody to talk to you a certain way, or you don't want somebody to misunderstand you, but that's because you are at that level. You're resonating at the shame, guilt, and the negativity. But when you're vibrating at a higher level, you see it all. You see things that aren't even there. You sense things that aren't even there, like such as like doors and stuff. You walk through different doors, like you don't even like. You wouldn't be, even you yourself wouldn't be able to see them if you weren't at a high vibration. And that's what happens. And how do you get to the higher vibration is by pulling on that leash, right? Throughout the day, constraining, restricting, and disciplining yourself from a lot of things, right? And that's what it gets down to. You have to stretch and stress yourself out to a next level, to a bigger level. Every new level, 100%. You could have everything and you could still be having a shitty ass day. Why? Because of your choice. Because of your choice. And that's what it gets down to. So, love you guys. I appreciate you. Saturday morning, we feasted at the table with the divine this morning. Woke up so early, conducted the work below, and, reached a higher vibration, higher level. It required 100%. Every time it requires 100%. Every time we're walking that path that is lit up right in front of us. And what we're doing is we're giving it all away. We're sharing with you guys what's exactly working with us, so you guys can be alleviated from the daily pains that you keep running into, that wall that you keep running into. Understand that it's because of your ignorance. It's because you're ignoring. It's because you're ignoring. You got a carrot dangled in front of you, and you just keep running. And you just keep running, not realizing that you just need to wake up and realize that you're in a jail, you're in a cell. But how are you gonna even think about breaking out of it if you don't even know that you're in one, right? And so I love you guys, I appreciate you. Saturday morning, let's go.